Hello. Quick reminder that I'm going to be hosting a free workshop. If you're watching this live, right when it comes out, it will not have happened yet. Otherwise, you can watch the recording. But if you're watching this right when this video is released, I'm hosting a free workshop today at 4 p.m. Eastern. You can otherwise find the recording. It will be posted in the next couple days. I'm just going to talk a little bit about the workshop. And if you want to join the workshop, if you're watching this when it comes out, email me at info@radicalcounselor.com and I can send you the Zoom link. But what I'm going to be discussing in the workshop is hugely important when it comes to, I think, feeling better in general. But specifically if we're trying to feel better and then see our life improve and manifest a better life, as we like to say. What makes a lot of the advice I share on this channel different than the vast majority of, manifesting advice you see online is that we talk about grounding it and integrating it into your everyday life, into your bones, into how you think and feel as your default. I feel like most people giving or providing, manifesting tips or what have you on YouTube are telling you what you want to hear. And they're not telling you what you need to hear. What I like talking about is what you need to hear, what I need to hear. That's what this workshop is about. It's about grounding. It's about being real with yourself and feeling where you're at in the present moment and doing that more often and feeling more comfortable with where you are at in the present moment, no matter how you feel. Even if it feels uncomfortable, even if you feel scared or embarrassed or ashamed or, angry, any of these big emotions, it's feeling into that. When it comes to improving our life, it's not usually about looking at the specific thoughts and breaking them down or being in our head about them. It's about being more, I guess you could say, like somatic about it. Like the mind-body connection has to be the priority. That's why someone like Neville said feeling is the secret. But, we see, all these ideas about you want to feel the desired end, right? Live in the desired end. And people are really just in their head about them most of the time. You got to be in your whole body in order for these ideas to work more functionally in your life, effectively. And the good news is that there's a lot of ways we can get better at doing this. It's not complicated, but we have to do it. We have to prioritize it. We have to make it a practice. We have to check in with ourselves, how we're actually feeling. And we have to check in with ourselves and how we're feeling when we feel quote unquote bad. So valuable to do this. And when we do it, we realize the fear is there, right? I can feel it. And if I feel it, it starts to shift. And it starts to tell me something about myself. That this is the kind of stuff that's interesting. You don't need to find out more about visualization techniques or affirmations or whatever. Journaling, you probably already know all about that if you're into that. That's great. That's intellectual stuff for the most part, once you understand it. The nuanced stuff is integrating it. No one talks about this stuff seriously, the integration part on YouTube, pretty much. It's just, you do this one thing, and then that's it. Bull fucking shit. Come on. Let's get real about this. When we feel comfortable, it's not just that we feel comfortable with a concept mentally. It's because we feel comfortable with a concept with our whole mind and body. And what we can start to cultivate is feeling more comfortable no matter, what is going through the mind and body. The perceived discomfort, we can learn how to relax into it more and not be so scared of it. And that will enable us to change our lives. This is big boy, big girl talk. In my opinion, it's got much more to do with manifesting than all these cool techniques. I know a lot of the techniques. I've frankly spoken about them more intelligently than the people that are talking about them on YouTube, 95% of the time. Let's get deeper than the technique. You know the techniques, generally speaking, as do I. This is not a technique, except in the sense that the real technique is you. And getting to know yourself better and getting to like yourself better. Accepting yourself more. To paraphrase Carl Rogers, it's only when I'm able to accept myself fully as I am that I'm able to change. That's more what this is about. And then we realize, it's not just about manifesting. This is about my whole life. This is about different, counseling and therapy and self-improvement and spiritual practices that I've heard about before. This is not a special thing, folks. This is just something that most people will not do. And if we do it, if we feel our feelings, if we look at how we feel, and we're more honest with ourselves, our life changes. And I don't care if your external life doesn't change dramatically. You will change internally and feel better if you do this more often and are more honest with yourself in this way. That's the process. So if you have questions, I can be reached at info@radicalcounselor.com. If you'd like coaching, I can be reached at info@radicalcounselor.com. If you want to read some books that really talk about this stuff honestly, you can go to radicalcounselor.com. And if you are watching this live, you can email me at info@radicalcounselor.com, and I'll give you the Zoom link for the grounding workshop. Otherwise, you can catch it within the next couple days. Until next time, stay grounded.